Hello, welcome back. In today's video, we would like to simulate a system that manages a library book checkout. And we are going to do that through a class. This is the keyword of the class because we would like to create a class. And the class name is library book. We are having our constructor, and the constructor has two arguments apart from self. And the arguments name are title and author. So we are having two arguments apart from the self in our constructor. And whenever we are creating an object of the library book class, we are going to automatically, let's say automatically this constructor is called, and then this message is shown. Book, then the title by author is now available. And then we are assigning these two arguments that are passed for constructor, or we are assigning them to self.title and self.author. And then we are having a function called checkout, and it has one argument apart from self, and the argument name is user. Whenever this function checkout is called, this message is shown saying that, for example, user, the name of the user, for example, checkout, and then the title of the book. And we are having a destructor, and whenever we are deleting the object that we created from this class, the destructor automatically is called, and this message is shown in the output. We are saying that, for example, book, and then we put down the title of the book, removed from library system. So let me illustrate all this information through an example. Here I would like to create an object from the library book class. So I type down the name of my object. I would like it to be book 1. You could have like X, you could have H, you could have R. It depends on you. It's just a name. It's not important. So I name it book 1 equals then the name of my class, which is library book, and in parentheses I write down the title and the author of a book. For example, 1984, it's a famous book by George Orwell. Therefore, I am creating an object and storing this information. Okay, the book title is 1984 and the author is George Orwell. Then I would like to call the checkout function. In order to do that, I use the same object that I created for this book, and I put a dot, and then the name of the function is written here. And then in parentheses, I have the name of the user who actually took this book. For example, Alice took the book called 1984 by George Orwell. Okay, so this function is called. Whenever this function is called and this message is shown saying that, okay, Alice checked out 1984. And finally, we are here deleting the book 1 object that we created from this class. And when we are deleting this object, the destructor is automatically called and saying that book 1984 removed from library system. So when I run this code, we see that it says book 1984 by George Orwell is now available. So this is exactly the message comes from the constructor because we created an object. Then we are saying that, okay, Alice, for example, she is one of the members of the library, checked out 1984. So the book called 1984 is checked out by Alice. And finally, when we are removing the object, we are showing this message book 1984 removed from library system. So here this message is shown. We could have another object, for example, for another book, for example, Harry Potter. We could have another object for another book. So different books could be inserted into this system by using different objects, and this is how actually we can manage a library book checkout system in Python. Thank you for watching.